Lagos State Governor describes traditional rulers as trusted bridge, connectors of state institutions with community realities. Federal government to disburse over 6 billion naira interest-free loans to 21,000 flood victims. On a foreign scene, Madagascar's president to address nation amid coup fears. And in sports, Lagos Assembly kicks off 2025 edition of Speakers Games competition. Now the details. I am Akan Usen. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has described traditional rulers as trusted bridge that connects state institutions with community realities, translating policies into relatable terms, resolving disputes before they escalate, and embodying the moral authority that fosters peace and harmony. Governor Sanwo-Olu stated that throughout the nation's history, traditional rulers have served as the vital link between the government and the people. The governor stated this at the National Council of Traditional Rulers of Nigeria, NCTRN, Lagos National 2025 Executive Committee meeting with the theme, The Traditional Institution, the imperative of its inclusion in the effective and efficient governance in Nigeria.
And I dare say with all sense of humility that this your government has installed more traditional rulers, more traditional institutions in the history of Lagos than we've ever had, even before the colonial era. And these are some of the commitments that we have put forward as a government. And so we firmly believe that for governance to be truly effective, it must be inclusive, which means acknowledging the advisory, moral, and social values of the traditional institution. It means giving voice to those who represent the conscience of its people.
In a keynote address, Imo State Governor Hope Uzodimma, who declared the meeting open, said the Constitution shall not be silent on the need to recognize the roles of traditional rulers as they remain the first point of contact when issues arise, hence the need for a legal backing to support them. Uzodimma urged them to rise above partisan politics and support the present administration.
The neutrality is not a weakness, it is a strength. It gives credibility to your council and dignity to your institution. So to maintain that trust, the line must be made clear. You must speak when necessary, guide when needed, and send a warning when danger is imminent. This must always be done. You do them as statesmen, not as political actors.
Co-chairman NCTRN, the Sultan of Sokoto, Saad Abubakar, who said despite the challenges faced by the country, Nigerians should collaborate with the government to resolve all issues in love, togetherness, and pray for the success of its leaders.
Let's keep on renewing our hopes every day, because every day you wake up, you will thank Almighty for giving you another day to live. It's a privilege the Almighty gave you. It's not a right. So I think we have to thank Almighty every morning that we wake up and try to do the best we can. We have to help one another across this great country, Nigeria.
The event was attended by the governors of Ekiti, Edo, Imo, Cross River, Kogi, Sokoto, Kebbi, Katsina, Yobe. Top traditional rulers including the Oni of Ife, Oba Adeyeye, Ogunwusi, the Alaafin of Oyo, Oba Bimbola Owode, the Oba of Lagos, Ruwan Akiolu, represented Ayobure of Ikorodu, Oba Kabir Shotobi, among others. The Lagos State Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education has hosted the West African Examination Council WAEC State Committee meeting at the Secretariat Alausa Ikeja. Commissioner for Basic and Secondary Education, Jamiu Ali Balogun, who chaired the meeting, reiterated the synergy between the Lagos State government and the examination body while reviewing the composition of the state committee to reflect what is obtainable in the Lagos State education system. Ali Balogun said this will include the 6 tutor generals / permanent secretaries, permanent secretary, Teaching Service Commission, TESCOM, replacing the Inspectorate Division with the Office of Education Quality Assurance and Parents Teachers Association with the Parent Forum. The commissioner reaffirmed the state's zero tolerance for examination malpractice, insisting that all contraventions and sanctions, where necessary, be communicated to schools through the ministry. The House of Representatives has renewed its commitment to full energy reforms, urging the federal government and relevant stakeholders to overhaul the nation's downstream petroleum sector to achieve efficiency in the sector. Speaking at the first annual Downstream Petroleum Week, organized by the House of Representatives Committee on Petroleum Downstream, the Speaker, Tajuddin Abbas, said the energy sector holds the key to unlocking the nation's economic growth and called for concerted efforts to reposition the entire industry. Abbas described the conference as a significant step in the nation's quest for energy sufficiency and sustainability, saying Nigeria is at a critical point in its drive for industrialization, adding that the conference could not have come at a better time. The conference, held in partnership with the Federal Ministry of Petroleum Resources and the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, brought together professionals, regulatory agencies, and industry leaders, including representatives of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited and the Dangote Group. Now to the rest of the stories. The federal government is set to disburse 6.3 billion naira in interest-free loans to 21,000 Nigerians affected by recent flood disasters across the country. Minister of State for Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Reduction, Yusuf Sununu, made this known in Abuja during a roundtable marking the International Day for Disaster Risk Reduction. Sununu said the initiative aims to cushion the impact of flooding and enhance food security nationwide. The minister further revealed that the federal government, through the National Social Investment Program, has reached over 8.1 million households with more than 300 billion naira in conditional cash transfers. In her remarks, the Director General of the National Emergency Management Agency, Zubaida Umar, highlighted the growing threat of climate-related disasters and called for stronger preventive measures. The Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has accredited 121 domestic and international organizations to observe the Anambra State gubernatorial election. Accredited foreign observers include the British High Commission, the European Union, and the High Commission of Canada, among others. On the domestic front, organizations such as Yaga Africa Initiative, the Electoral Hub, and the Center for Democracy and Development have been cleared to monitor the exercise. The observers are expected to assess the conduct of the election and report on its transparency, credibility, and compliance with democratic standards. The Anambra gubernatorial poll, one of Nigeria's off-cycle elections, is set to take place on Saturday, November 8. And now to foreign news. Madagascar's embattled President Andry Rajoelina is due to address the nation amid fears of a coup attempt. His whereabouts are unclear, but he issued a statement on Sunday warning that an attempt to seize power by force was underway. A senior army general has said the security forces are working together to maintain order in the island nation. This follows 3 weeks of youth-led protests over high unemployment, the cost of living and corruption, with a powerful military unit backing the protests. And away from all that, now sports. The Lagos State House of Assembly has kick-started the 5th edition of its annual sporting tradition, Speakers Games 2025, with team profiling and draw session. Declaring the event open, Deputy Speaker Mojisola Miranda urged the selected teams to participate fully with the spirit of sportsmanship in promoting harmony within the community. Miranda emphasized that the games are designed to foster harmony and wellness among public servants and a celebration of unity in diversity.
There's no loser anywhere. So, as we unveil today, let's enjoy ourselves for the next 30 days, if I'm right. So we'll come to the end of the program. Thank you so very much for your time. We really do appreciate you. Thank you all and God bless.
In his keynote address, Chairman House Committee on Youth, Sports and Social Development, Abiodun Orekoya, said this year's event, tagged Unity Edition, is to celebrate unity within the legislative arm of the state and to celebrate the birthday of the Speaker, Mudashiru Obasa. Orekoya advised the participants that their performance is not measured by medals and trophies, but by their character in the community. He said 32 male teams and 16 female teams, making a total of 48 teams, will compete across various categories for this year's Speakers' Games.
This edition is more than just a contest of skill, speed and strength. It is a celebration of something even more powerful, unity. In a world that often focuses on what divides us, sports has the unique power to bring us together across backgrounds, borders, and today we gather not just as competitors, but as community.
The competition will run for 30 days, featuring football and other sporting events. And that's all for the news at 4. Your vehicle is not a strong room. Always keep your valuables off the view of miscreants. Follow us and like all our various social media platforms on X at Lagos Traffic 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961, YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. Visit our website on www.trafficradio961.ng. You can also listen to Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM live on My Lagos app for timely updates. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration provided 87,000 units of single dual composite furniture for primary school pupils spread across the 6 education districts? You can get more details on the Lagos State government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has described traditional rulers as the trusted bridge that connects state institutions with community realities, translating policies into relatable terms, resolving disputes before they escalate, and embodying the moral authority that fosters peace and harmony. The federal government is set to disburse 6.3 billion naira in interest-free loans to 21,000 Nigerians affected by recent flood disasters across the country. We also told you that Madagascar's embattled president, Andry Rajolina, is due to arrest the nation amid fears of a coup attempt. And in sports, a Lagos State House of Assembly has kick-started the 5th edition of its annual sporting tradition, the Speakers' Games 2025, with team profiling and a draw session. For contact with the newsroom, please send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. And that ends the news broadcast compiled by Abiola Fagbolagun. I am Akan Usen. Thanks for listening and please stay safe. Good afternoon.